years old, and for my birthday present that year, my dad gave me a little guitar, which I still have, and he taught me how to play that song on it, you know. I have a sneaking suspicion about this song, by the way, and you know, because it's like people like to go to places where something happened. Could be a famous battleground, you know, people go there, just get a little taste or a scent or something. Or a miracle. Doesn't matter if the event is good, bad, or indifferent. If something happened, people like going there. And my sneaking suspicion is that every time somebody goes to a place like that, they leave a little piece of themselves. So the next time somebody goes, there's even more there than there was to begin with. And it keeps piling up year after year, decade after decade, century after century in some cases, until you get anywhere near a place like that, and you can feel it. I mean, it's there, it's palpable stuff. And I think the same thing happens with songs. You write a song, might not be all that much to it, but you get enough people singing it over the years, you know, and decades, every time leaving a little piece of themselves somehow, until finally you just hear the song and there's a spirit to it. I don't know if it has to do with the original song or the spirit of the people that have been singing it all that time or something. I remember hearing the story my mom told me when during the 80s she had gone over to China. She had been a modern dancer with the Martha Graham Company in New York, and they were inviting these artistic types to go over. So she goes over, she comes back. She says, Arlo, we were in the middle of China, and they brought out some school children. They started singing us some songs, and they started singing this land is yours. I said, stop the song! My husband wrote that song! She must have drove them nuts. She was driving me crazy about it, and it was weeks after she got back. She hadn't slowed down one little bit. And I just looked at her, I said, Mom, what are they singing it for over there? I mean, in California. To the New York Island. She just looked at me with one of those mom kind of looks. She said, oh, Arlo. She walked away. I was left standing there feeling like my usual self. I knew she was right. I just didn't know why. But then one day I could see it. I could see it just because it said California to the New York Island. Didn't mean it had to go the short way. I could see it going around back. Maybe up over the top or something like that. And then the whole world could be singing that song, you know. Except America. I remember when I had that thought for the first time, I realized I didn't know any more after thinking than before I'd begun. But everybody stopped me. And here we are. I remember when I was 5 years old, like I said, my dad took me out in the backyard, showed me the chords of this song on that little guitar. And when I had that much done, he taught me the words. It was popular at the time. It was 3 verses. When I had that much done, he sang me some verses that nobody had ever heard before. I learned those. I've been singing those, you know, off and on since then. I don't sing them all the time now. Anybody can find them. But I will leave you tonight with the last verse he ever sang for me. I still love it. It goes like this. Nobody living can ever stop me.